Hi. Okay, so well, yeah, it's again quite late at night here in Vienna, and I'm quite bored. So, well, I decided to solve a kind of like the UPSC or civil services exams, prelims paper one. I think that's what they're called. From 2022. I did not prepare or anything, so yeah, I guess have fun with the video, right? I'll see you. This is probably the space for whole number, but I'll write my name maybe. Well, okay then, let's quickly move on to the questions. So, English version of instructions is printed on the back cover of this booklet. So, in the original paper, I think it's alternate between Hindi and English. I just separated out the English portion of the question paper because it's less confusing that way and less scrolling. So let's look at question one. What does it say? Rapid financing instrument and rapid credit facility are related to the provisions of lending by which of the following? Luckily I happen to know this. It's important to know, like, it's zero prep. I have not read anything. I mean, other than whatever I know so far in life. So this is going to be pretty shitty, but please bear with me. So, yeah, the options are ADB, Asian Development Bank, IMF, International Monetary Fund. Actually, that's the answer. So, do I tick? No, yeah, I think ticking would be nice. Or, no, I'll just circle because I miss doing this. Um, yeah. And that's the answer. Is it UNEPFI? I don't even know what that is. World Bank, no, so it's the IMF. We move on to question two. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. An increase in nominal effective exchange rate, NEER, surprisingly sounds near, which is good, indicates the appreciation of rupee. Second, an increase in the real effective exchange rate indicates an improvement in trade competitiveness. I don't even know what that means. But like I said, I'm going to take a lot of guesses because this is not the real exam and I don't lose out on many things. We'll see how I do. An increasing trend in domestic inflation related to inflation in other countries is likely to cause an increasing divergence between NEER and REER. So, well, it seems like one and two are sort of contradictory because if the rupee appreciates, then would the trade competitiveness improve? I'm not very sure, honestly, but it seems like one is kind of true because the effective exchange rate is increasing. Um, so I think one and three are correct because it's either one and three or two and three, but okay, I just am going with one and three. So that's your option C. Next, we have, with reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll skip this because this is just too not sure. With reference to the G20 Common Framework, consider the following statements. It's an initiative endorsed by the G20 together with the Paris Club. It's an initiative to support low-income countries with unsustainable debt. Um, yeah, I think it's just two only because I'm not really sure what the Paris Club means. Then, with reference to the Indian economy, what are the advantages of inflation index bonds? IIBs. Government can reduce the coupon rates on Um, okay, no, I'm not sure about question five. I think I'll just skip it. With reference to foreign-owned e-commerce firms operating in India, which of the following statements is or are correct? They can sell their own goods in addition to offering their platforms as marketplaces. The degree to which they can own big sellers on the platform is limited. So two seems to be true. One, no, they cannot because that would mean it's like anti-competitive, right? Because then what incentives do other sellers have to sell on the platform if the platform itself is selling? So the answer would be two only. Although in practice, I think there are ways of getting around this because you see a lot of private labels, like Amazon has a lot of its own labels that it sells on Amazon. So yeah, but that would be pretty anti-competitive, and the competition commission won't just allow it. So the answer is two only, I think. What about seven? Which of the following activities constitute real sector in economy? Farmers harvesting their crops, yeah. Textile mills converting raw cotton into fabrics, okay. A commercial bank lending money to a trading company? No, that's not, I guess, not the real sector. A corporate body issuing rupee-denominated bonds? That's also no, so it's one and two only. Which of the following situations best reflects indirect factors, often talked about in media recently with reference to India? Indian company investing in a foreign enterprise? Well, I think it's B, like the foreign company invests in India but pays taxes in its home country or something. Okay, so that's eight. Nine. With reference to the expenditure made by an organization or company, which of the following statements is or are true? Acquiring new technologies, capital expenditure, debt financing is considered CapEx, while equity financing is considered revenue expenditure. Okay. One is definitely CapEx, debt financing is considered, no, no, it's not. So it's one only. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. A share of the household financial savings goes towards common borrowings. Dated securities issued at market-related rates in auctions form a large component of internal debt. So I think the answer is just two. Consider the following statements. So, pursuant to the report of Achan Sanyal Committee, the Contempt of Court Act 1971 was passed. No idea what that is. The Constitution of India empowers the Supreme Court and the High Courts to punish for contempt of themselves. I think this is definitely true. So that leaves us with either option A or B. So then one is also true by that logic, so we just have to check. Four, the Constitution of India defines civil contempt and criminal contempt. I don't think so. In India, Parliament is vested with the powers to make laws in contempt of court. I don't think so. So I think it's just one and two, which means option A. Next, we look at, with reference to India, consider the following statements. So, government law officers and legal firms are recognized as advocates, but corporate lawyers and patent attorneys are excluded from the recognition as advocates. No, I think that's not true. Bar councils have the power to lay down the rules relating to legal education and the recognition of law colleges. Do bar councils have that? No. I think it's neither one nor two, so I'm going with option D. Next, consider the following statements. A bill amending the Constitution requires a prior recommendation of the President of India. No, because it's the other way. I think the Parliament debates on this, and then the President just signs off on them. So eliminating that, we just have option B, which is 2 and 3 only. When a Constitution amendment bill is presented, it is obligatory for the President, I guess. A constitutional amendment bill must be passed and by a special majority. Yeah, I think it's 2 and 3. That seem quite plausible to me. And consider the following statements. The Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks: Cabinet Minister, Minister of State with independent charge, Minister of State, and Deputy Minister. The total number of ministers in the Union government, including the Prime Minister, shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members in the Lok Sabha. Is this true? It's unlikely. I am just guessing of it. This is just a while. I guess I'm going with neither because I don't think we don't have a deputy minister currently. So also, what does the deputy minister mean? Like, do they mean deputy prime minister? Okay, no. So I'm going with neither. Which of the following are the exclusive powers of Lok Sabha? To ratify the declaration of emergency? No, I don't think so. You would require assent from both houses of the parliament, right? To pass motion of no confidence against the Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers, okay. And to impeach, again, you would need both the houses, so I think it's 2 only. Then we have, with the reference to anti-defection law in India, consider the following statements. The law specifies that a nominated legislator cannot join any political party with 6 months of being appointed to the House. The law does not provide any time frame within which the presiding officer has to decide a defection case. Now, I think 2 is false, and it's 1. So, yeah, I think it's 1 only. And that's it. Okay, let's see how many I got right or wrong. So, this is correct. And then 2, that's also correct. Then we go to 3. Okay, I did not attempt, but the correct answer is 2 and 3 only. And then 4, it's both 1 and 2, so this is the answer. I got this wrong. And then 5, I did not attempt, but the answer is this. And then 6 is B, which is 2 only, which is correct. 7, 7A, 8 is D. Okay, yes. Maybe I should have considered the question more carefully. Anyway, like I said, I didn't prepare anything, so it's cool, I guess. 9A, which is, wow, I got it correct, surprising. 10, C, okay. Apparently it's sports. So, yep, this is wrong. And 11, 12, 11, we have 1, 2, and 4. Okay, okay. That's close. This is the answer. So, and then 12 would be 2 only. Okay. And then 13 is correct, B. And 14 is 2 only. Okay. Yeah, I was sure like 1 is not the option, but okay, 2 is the right thing. So this is also wrong. What about 15? 15 is correct. And what about 16? 16 is B. Okay. Okay, so that brings us to 7 correct answers out of 14 attempts, out of 16 questions. So I left 2 unattempted.